Alright, so this is kind of a different video. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you so much for coming over. Today for dinner we're having rice, chicken with gyoza sauce, kimchi, and green string beans, and a nice glass of water. But before we eat, I have to pray, so 1 second. Yay! I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh, right now it's like 9 o'clock. And I think a lot of this video I'm going to be talking with my mouth full, which is really like manner 없어, or like not good manners. So today I just went to class in the morning. I'm taking a cultural anthropology class. It's an intro class, so nothing too difficult. But I really like my professor. He did his field work in Jamaica. I don't even know if my eyebrows are on because when I was cooking this chicken, like right as I laid the chicken down, like a piece of oil hit my face and it was really hot, so I was like, ah, and then I like wiped my eyebrow and I literally think half my eyebrow came off. I'm taking summer classes because I want to be a part-time student by my second semester senior year, but I'm a business student. I'm concentrating in entrepreneurship and operations. So obviously entrepreneurship, I learned how to become an entrepreneur, but you can only learn so much through like a textbook. And then operations is awesome because you learn about like process, manufacturing, lean manufacturing. That's what I'm studying right now at school. I took a nap right before this and it's pretty late at night, but I didn't eat dinner, so we're eating it now. I don't think a lot of you guys know that, like, about my relationship with Justin. He's a huge part of my life. But Justin is also at the same school that I am. He's also studying business, but he's concentrating in finance. A lot of people think that we like came to school together and like followed each other to school. Justin and I actually never even talked about college our senior year of high school because we didn't want to talk about it. Like, what senior in high school wants to talk about breaking up and like knowing that your relationship isn't gonna last because everyone tells you that it isn't. So his parents ended up pushing him to apply to the school that I'm at, and then now we're here studying. It's awesome. He's right now currently back in home in LA because number one, he moved from Valencia to LA, and number two, he hasn't seen his parents in like so long just because of like internships, and like he didn't go back home over Christmas break, so he's back at home right now. I actually took off Christmas break and I went home and I stayed for an extra month. Like, I didn't go to school in January because like you're required to take January classes, but for only 3 years. So I skipped my January this year and this past year, and I just stayed at home with my parents, and like it was a really great time to just like, I really needed that break because a lot had happened the semester before, like just with like friends. And I always tell this to people, if you're not in college yet and you're gonna go to college soon, or you're a freshman in college or sophomore in college, like don't assume that your friends in the beginning of college are always going to be your friends by the end of college. I just think like be open to like new opportunities and new people and stuff. My plans after college, I definitely like to live abroad for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that I don't want to move back home after college. Like, if you're a college student, you can relate. I don't want to live back in my parents' house after like literally being in my own place and my own space. As much as I miss my parents and I miss them, I don't miss living with them. That's one of the reasons that I don't want to move back home to LA after college. I actually want to move hopefully to like New York or London. Justin's younger sister is actually going to London for her college education. You know, his mom was like, it would be ideal if like you guys could live together, or like get married and live together, move out there for like the beginning of your marriage so that you're with her, like so that she has family out in like another country, you know. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I also want to experience the rest of the world. Like, my mom came to the States in 1992, and I think she was only like 22 years old or like 23 years old, or like somewhere like right around her early 20s. And she came and moved to like a brand new country, spoke zero English, like came to LA and like barely had any money. But now like I feel like that makes her so much more like well-rounded, and she's very cultured, and like compared to the people that she was like around at the time, I think it really gave her an advantage to see beyond like just Korea and like what South Korea had to offer her. She said she would have never had 4 kids if she had stayed in Korea. So I feel like it's really important when you're young or like in your early 20s to move away to a different place. Like obviously college is a great chance to do that, but even beyond that, like completely being on your own, trying to find your own way to live. Like, I really want to live in London, hopefully. I just love the culture. I love the people. I love the fashion. I feel like I would be exposed to so many great things. So that's kind of what I want to do after college. I want to continue to pursue YouTube on the side. I have recently been watching like a ton of YouTubers. I don't know why. Like I just got sucked into like Matoki Maxted, Conan Gray. Like I've been watching a ton of their videos, and I love this lifestyle sense of YouTube. I think that for me as a viewer, it's so fun to watch. So also as a creator, I want to be able to like produce that kind of content as well. So that's why we're having dinner. I don't really know what the next 5 years holds for me. I still, maybe this makes me traditional, but like I still like the security of having a degree. Right now, in this very moment, a couple things that are just on my mind. I really miss Justin. I really miss like being with him and hanging out with him, and he's just like a fun person. Like he's honestly like my best friend. So like he knows like everything I'm thinking before I even say it. I care a lot about what people think, and I don't know why, because Justin gives 0 F's about what people think about him. Like I love that about him, and I think that's what like attracts us. We're so opposite in so many ways that it really attracts us together. But like he doesn't care about what anyone thinks, but I care about what people think, because I want to make people happy, and I want like people to think of me as like a great person and think of me as like, oh, she's like, you know, so fun to be with. And like I don't know why. I think I've always grew up like feeling like I needed to, like I'm living for someone else. I don't know if that comes from like the way I was raised, but it was always like others before me. It was like I adjusted to the environment that I was in. I adjusted to the situation I was in. I adjusted to the way people felt about me. I would always like put them before me, in the sense that like if they were really upset, I would always be the one to apologize first just for making them upset. I feel like I only let people in to a certain extent, just because like it's really hard to let someone in your life the longer and longer you live, because like so much that you have to do again, like so much unpacking of your life that you have to share with another person. Like in the beginning, Justin and I had so much to talk about, because we're just unpacking our life. We're unpacking our family dynamic. We're unpacking like our relationship and how we feel about people, about things, about everyday life. But now that we know that, and now at this point, like I know how he's feeling, I know how he's reacting, like I know so much about this person. Like every single day is just more like living day to day together than it is like getting to know each other. So for a lot of people, I think right when they get to that point where it's like, oh, this is pretty awkward, we don't have anything to talk about at dinner, like we have awkward silences, it gets boring, because maybe he feels like I'm getting comfortable, and you feel like, where's the fire, where's the glitz and glam of like going out on dates and stuff. I feel like I've learned to now appreciate just being with like someone that you really like love being around, learning to appreciate just like literally sitting next to them and not saying a word, and just like living life together. I mean, that's how I live my life by myself anyway. Like I'm not glitz and glam 24/7 when I'm like by myself. I'm watching Netflix, I'm at home, like I just like chill, you know. And so it's the same exact idea, just with another person there. And I feel this constant pressure to like sometimes like be a couple and like do couple things. But Justin and I at this point, we're just really like, we're like the bestest of friends, and then we're a couple. Like even like that relationship romantic stuff like comes second, I think. And I think he would agree too, to like our relationship, which is when, if we were like emotionally like hurt, or like we weren't in a good place in our relationship, that comes like that's our last priority. we don't care about that. Yeah, that's kind of like where we're at. This is kind of a long, ooh, this is gonna be really hard to edit. So I've got chocolate, Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. These are actually my favorite. I like the ones that come in this roll versus the Nestle Dollhouse square one. I don't like that one. I feel like it tastes a little like plasticky. I don't know. As you spoon it out. What is wrong with this dough? It's so dried out, I feel like. We are just gonna put them in. Oh, so hot. So what did you guys have for dinner? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know what you guys eat for dinner. When I was younger, because I had, like, obviously I grew up with first generation Korean immigrants, we always had Korean food for dinner. Like, we'd have miyeokguk or like galbijjim or kimchi jjigae, things like that. And with like rice, there was always some sort of protein, rice, and like vegetables or like banchan. I ate that every day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, literally when I was growing up. I was always so curious about those like brown paper bag lunches that like my friends would just throw their lunchbox away. It was so interesting to me. They would like throw away these brown paper bags, and I was just like, why do you do that? Because I had this like bulky lunchbox. Let me tell you, it had everything. It was like a freaking picnic table in a lunchbox. It was crazy. Like, it had so many gadgets and gizmos aplenty, I swear. Like, you could like flip it open. It was a transformer. Like, that thing was like huge. Alright, y'all, let's see if I could do this. So the trick to getting a really delicious gooey but crispy chocolate chip cookie is to pull it out a little bit earlier, and especially with like the pre-made doughs. I don't know about like the regular doughs, but you just pull it out early and you let it sit and cool off, and then it becomes super gooey and crunchy. And now we are complete. Yum, 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 yum. Like the crispiness on the outside and the gooiness on the inside. So I do not have any milk at the moment, so I guess I'll have to deal with my glass of water. But yeah, these look so yum. Don't they look so gooey and yummy? But I think I'm going to sign off on the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of a vlog style video, having dinner with me and getting to know me a little bit better. I liked that we got to cook together and make some food. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Bye!